Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome to the Orb and Light Energy Show. As you can see, I picked a very special background for all of us. And I just want to say hello to a couple of people. I'm going to be introducing our very special guest in just a moment, but I wanted to say hello and let me just make sure I have this going on over here. One, and there you go, right there. Okay. And I want to say hi to Bora Bora. Bora Bora's here, and Craig Dixon is here. Kim B. Hi, Kim B. Nice to see you. And Karen Doyle is here. Nice to see you. And Nancy Riker has just joined us. And welcome to everybody on Facebook as well. This is going to be a very exciting show. And without further ado, I would like to go ahead and introduce our very special guest. Let me take this down. Sally. Hi, Sally.
Hi,
Welcome
everybody.
to the welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And Sally is a community member who has uh, seen lights and light energies and orbs in and around her home. She has developed
Excuse me.
an awareness to them and has been able to interact with them. And so what she did was she went ahead and invested in a little bit more sophisticated hardware in order to maximize the ability to film these images for all of us and for herself. And if you wanted to start there, Sally,
Mhm.
what started you started on your phone and then you went right into the new equipment?
Not quite. I started using a trail camera, um,
Oh.
and that was motion activated. So I thought to myself, I really need something that can always be on. Um, and so, once I made the decision to get something, I looked at what was available. And what you see back here is one of my cameras. This is, it's called, it's the brand Reolink, and it is the model Duo 3, DUO 3, and it is what's called PoE. That means that the power and the data flow through this little cable. So I can put it within anywhere within excuse me, within the distance of the cable. And the cable, I think you're not supposed to go further than like, I don't know, 80 feet with it. Mine,
Oh.
I think, are 75 feet. And I put them on a tripod because then I can raise or lower. And they have, I can flip it up if I want to look at the sky, or I've even turned it this way because sometimes I've gotten frustrated seeing only, you can only see a tiny bit. And really, what you want to have, you see a big span this way, but you really want it the other way. So I did that one night, and I'll probably do it again. I just haven't haven't processed the images yet. So I started out getting one camera, and they have, I guess you can't probably tell, on the bottom here, there's a little a little place. I don't know if you can see this. This is
Hmm.
a little trap door where you can put in an SD card. Um,
Oh.
so that's where what I started with is using the SD card, and it got really old quickly, taking the SD card, putting it into a computer, and, extracting all the videos. So I thought about what I could do differently, and they have these things called NVRs. What does NVR stand for? Something video recorder. I'm not sure
Hmm.
what. N is for. But anyway, what it allows you to do is to attach, it's like for security systems where they have lots of cameras attached and there's a person sitting there looking at the feed all the time. That's what these things are for.
Oh,
So I bought one and um of the same brand. So it's also Reolink just because, compatibility issues. Um and the NVR contains dedicated hard drives inside, and that made things much easier. Um, However, I came to realize that they weren't formatted in Windows, so it creates a bit of a problem that is a different problem. Anyway, nothing is ever easy, right? You have to figure everything out as you go.
yeah.
Um, so
But
anyway,
you started using your phone and you saw some orbs inside, is that correct?
I have used my phone for Orbs Inside, and I have used this for Orbs Inside. Um,
Oh,
and I've also used, I haven't really used my trail cameras inside, but I could.
yeah,
They're a
yeah.
little
That's
finicky, of course, because it requires the motion. And I'm very interested in all the animals that live here on my property, so that
right.
was my primary goal. But I started seeing funky things, so I had to investigate.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
this camera is unique in that it is a 16 megapixel camera. Obviously, the amount of space required to capture 24/7 video is too much. So I take basically from dusk or a little bit after dusk until 4 a.m. And I use this. There's a spotlight feature that shines a very bright light, and there's also an infrared feature on the camera.
Oh, wow.
And the spotlight allows you to record color, um, basically color images, whereas the infrared does not.
I
Uh,
see. Okay.
so yeah, but I decided that there were some things that were bothering me, like you might see a part of an image at the very edge. So I said to myself, well, if I have another camera, I can point the camera at the camera,
Yes.
you know. But I very quickly learned that it doesn't work that way, and I don't know why. But
Wow.
um, sometimes I can see things from one camera to another, but I think it has something to do with the angle. Um, yeah, I'm not exactly sure why, but sometimes I can capture movement across. But if I'm looking for a certain thing, it's I don't always get it.
Hmm.
It's frustrating.
And the live feed, you can tap into the software using your phone. There's an app on your phone,
Yeah,
so
I
you
can do
can
that.
see the live feed, but the live feed is actually going to like a hard drive somewhere, correct?
Yes, the live feed is going to, it goes two places. You can do it more. There's an FTP feature, so I could, if I wanted, send these videos to some secure FTP location.
Hmm.
I can also send them to a dedicated location on a hard drive, kind of locally, as well as the NVR hard drive. So I've got tons of hard drives right now.
Wow.
More hard
Wow.
drives than I ever thought I would need.
Wow. Uh, well, we are very anxious to see what you have there. So, would you like to go ahead and get started
Sure.
with
Let me
your?
move this camera back so it can take a back seat, although it's the star.
Everybody is saying that they love seeing them. Sometimes they see them with their eyes, sometimes with their camera. I
Mhm.
just not see orbs, but white streaks. The only time I've experienced orbs is within a photograph, and sometimes it's not even the first time I look at the photograph. It's like later when you look at the photograph, you're like,
Mm.
"Hey, look at that!"
Yeah, I
Like,
remember years ago I took a photo. This is when I lived in Rhode Island and I had a big old Victorian house.
Oh,
I remember taking a photo of someone's mom, and I was like, "Oh, there's a glare." And I just immediately deleted. And she's like, "Don't delete that. That was an orb." And I'm like, "Oh, what?" So
oh
it's
my.
it's all kind of funny, you know.
Well, that is fascinating.
Yeah.
And I bet you a lot of people would hire you to come and check out their
Oh yeah,
property
that's
with
it.
your you could sit at home and leave your cameras there and work on it that way.
Yeah, yeah. It's when I the real effort in doing all of this is, of course, in reviewing all the video. Because when you have as much video, I haven't really come up with a good process. I'd really like to look at some statistical software to basically image detection, things like that. My old life, I was a statistician, so it's appealing to me to try and pull that in.
Wow. Now I understand. Wow. That takes a lot of focus and analytical skills for sure.
Hmm. I did find that thing that you were that you were hoping to see,
Oh
Jean.
my gosh. You're so sweet. Thank you very much. I'm going to pin a little comment so everybody knows what we're doing. And so we're going to be doing, Sally's going to be showing us orbs and light energies. We're going to be doing an exploration through orbs and light energies. And Sally's going to be explaining and teaching us what she's learned so far, and it's just absolutely fascinating. So everybody, enjoy yourself. Get a large screen. If you can look at your TV or on your computer or
Yeah,
something, you'll really, really enjoy this. You do need to see a little bit of close up in order to
yeah.
see some things, but it is very exciting.
Some people have told me that they have been able to, like on a phone or an iPad, while it's playing on YouTube, that they take and they just make it large.
Oh,
They can zoom on their phone. So who knows?
that's
Anyway,
exciting. I want to say hello to Wisdom Seeker Joan has joined us. Hi, Wisdom Seeker Joan.
so
Her and Gerald Terrastash and I just did a live show earlier today. It was wonderful. It was an amazing show. So, so
okay,
whenever you're ready, and Pierrette is here, and Valerie is here. Debbie is here.
nice.
Uh,
I
nice.
was thinking, I haven't shown this yet. I don't know how you would like, if you would like to just stick with kind of start with the thing that you wanted to see again, or
Um,
did you want to kind of go through the list of the items that I had?
Wherever you would like to start is where I would like to start. You can pop that little surprise in whenever you want.
Okay, I'll just go with. Uh, I'll just show you the PowerPoint thing. So this is something, when I had presented previously on Val's channel. There are now two shows. One is this. The first one is, I think she called it Orbs Show One. Now there's one and two and three. So really, I'm just trying to get to this content
And
piece.
it's Val at Dragonfly Crystals, and I can put
Yes.
her link in there as well.
Yeah.
That's a good, thanks for the reminder.
Yeah. So I guess the part that I haven't shown anybody yet is the bug not bug. And bug not bug to me has been a really perplexing. It's sometimes it truly, I'm 100% convinced it's bug, and then I'm 100% convinced it's not bug. So maybe we can just start with that, and you can see something that nobody's seen yet.
Sounds great.
Okay. So what I do is I record the camera number, the date, and the time. So I'm looking for 6. Now I need to get to this one and go to my. Okay, so now I'm in. This is my what's called the client app. It's Reolink app, and my NVR has lots of ability to add cameras. Although I had
Wow.
something weird happen, and camera one is no longer camera one, so there's some funkiness there. Anyway, this was a long time ago. I was looking at 6:10, almost midnight, 23:48. So, camera one, 6:10, and almost midnight is around here. 23:48, 51. 23. Okay, so this is the front of my house. And some of these little things may truly be bugs. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
23. I thought it was 23:48, 51. Sorry, I went a little too far. 40. Okay, so I'm gonna just let it roll for a minute. This is at double speed right now, and you may not see much of anything.
Oh, oh, oh my. I see
I'm
something.
Yeah, I'm going now frame by frame. I'm advancing, but
Oh my gosh.
see what I mean? It's kind of buggy, but kind of not.
Oh my. Oh. No, that's changing dimensions. That's changing density, I mean.
And then you've got this weirdness over here on the right.
Oh my gosh.
I'll slow it down a little bit. Let me go
Yeah,
back to
it's coming
the tab.
from both sides, and I see how like just sort of disintegrates, for
Yeah,
lack of a better term.
yeah, they kind of morph in from one to another thing. Sometimes those are not the real bug ones. I'm pretty sure those are some type of an orb or being. Um, the ones that are like that have holes in their abdomens are a little more, they stretch my mind a little more. Like, huh? So this is 1/4 speed. I'm just going to let it go again, and we'll see if there's anything we want to look at. Or half speed maybe is better.
There it is.
Yeah. So you see, and this is also like, I don't know, I feel like I see this kind a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of skitter, and they will do this weird thing with their little bumps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think even in one of the shows, I had one that was just pure white, and it was just an orb, and then I put my hand in it, and it shot out two bumps, like
Mm-hmm.
arms or antenna. Uh,
Right.
and then over here, you see that there's some what I used to call tendrils,
Oh yeah. I see it. Oh my gosh.
and
It's
then
like a beam of light. Yeah. And
there's an
then that,
orb over here on the left coming in, and then there's one in the center as well.
oh my gosh. Look at that. Absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, I've thought
Wow.
about ways to
That
kind of.
looks like somebody crawling on their hands and knees. I
I
thought
know it's odd, isn't it? It's like, wait a minute, that's too
you
cute.
see things in it. Yeah. Oh
Then
my.
there's something over here. It looks like the moon is coming in, you know. And there was a beautiful bus that just went by. You see
So,
something forming here over the RV.
oh my, I see it. Oh wow. That looks wow.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
then and
oftentimes,
then
sorry,
sorry. The flash of the bus that was vertical was amazing
yep,
too, right when that was happening.
yep,
Mhm.
yep. There's often so much to look at. Um, it becomes difficult, right? I mean, how do you characterize all of this stuff? I try to classify things and find patterns. Um, and look over here at the right. We've got one coming in.
Oh, it's split in two.
Yep. And then they often seem to just disappear into that split, into the camera split. Yeah, so, some of these things, I'm not sure what they are, but they certainly don't look like.
That looks like a person standing up, that last one.
Oh, you thought so? I wish I could go
Yep,
back one frame, but this software doesn't allow me to.
that's odd.
It's a limitation. Look
Oh,
at that
look at
one.
that. Wow.
Yeah.
And what in your opinion would you say these larger light formations are? Do you think that they're spirit, soul, elementals, visitors, ETs, just
Honestly,
another
I try not to
consciousness?
think of them as one thing or another. I don't. I
Oh,
guess.
okay.
Yeah. I just feel like I don't know. I don't know is the answer until they tell me.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just not that good with understanding all of this stuff. So I just try to catalog it, and I let others. Because whoever you ask, I've found that the whatever their proclivity is, whatever their expertise is, they tend to see some of that in the
Right.
images. And I think that's fine. Um,
Right.
so I think I'm just the one to show it and not really the one. I mean, I can classify things, but
Do you
um,
think it's intelligence? Do you think it's
I
a
do.
visitor?
I do think that there is some intelligence here, especially, when they start performing, like sometimes they'll,
Yeah.
like, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
It's some nights are extremely active and some nights are not.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah, not all nights are the same. It's interesting, and I've found too that it's no surprise, I guess. So look at that. There's like a little one right there. I think this is the night that I had one camera over the other. I don't know how big these things are either. That's another thing to explore. Let me get another one of a bug not bug. Camera 2 on 627. Camera
Well, that
2
was just fascinating. Oh my
six
gosh.
twenty seven
I
620.
feel like they're all what we are looking at are is always been here. And it's just that they're becoming more visible to us with the new technology and that the veil is thinning and that we're able to understand it. You know,
Yeah, could be. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, we don't know what. I know that some people have more ability to see things and sense things than certainly I do.
mhm. And while you're setting that up, I remember Val had mentioned there was a an indigenous tribe that was on an island, and there were some ships coming in off the ocean, and they never knew what ships were. They didn't believe in ships. They
Mm,
had no idea. And so when they looked out into the ocean, they couldn't see the ships coming because they
mm.
didn't believe in them. Do I have that story right? Do you
I
recall
don't
that story?
I don't remember that. Maybe I was lost in my images while she was saying it.
Yeah.
I have to
Yeah.
go back
And
and watch.
Wisdom Seeker Joan might know, or Priscilla's here. She might know. Ladies, if you can back me up on that, and let me know if you're familiar with that. That there was an indigenous peoples that did not see the ships coming, and because they didn't have that concept that it was possible in their psyche ever through generations, and they couldn't see it. They couldn't see the ships coming.
Well,
Um, yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah. For some reason, I'm not seeing what I thought I was going to see here. Um, no idea why,
The
but
conquistador in Mexico, Priscilla is saying. Yeah, maybe that was the one. Yeah. She's
so
Priscilla says the vertebrae ones are really odd, and Sally uses she describes those as a bus because
yeah.
that's what it looks like to her, and we feel that this is part of the energetic light beings. Is
Mm.
that one that looks like a vertebrae? It's like a bus. It looks like a yeah.
Yeah, I guess when I first started seeing these things, it wasn't an orb, right? As we typically know, um, it was like more than that. So instead of carrying one, it carried many. That was kind of why I came up with the term orb. I mean bus from an orb. Um, that's interesting. I don't know. Let me check the other camera and see if it's.
Okay. Well, Jane the Seeker, thanks, Jane the Seeker. You're so sweet. She said they could see the waves, but was not. She couldn't see what they couldn't see what was making the waves. And a shaman watched for 3 days and finally saw the ship. Once he told everyone what he saw, they saw it too. And this is what I'm getting chills on this, Jane. I think that's what it was.
Huh.
It's just phenomenal. The belief is so strong in our own minds that we can't see things that are literally right in front of our eyes. That's amazing, isn't it?
Mm, for sure. 21, 44, 48. 21.
Oh, thanks, Jane.
No.
Jane's got my, she goes, true story. Yep, Jane. I'm like, I thought I heard that somewhere before. Oh, I saw that one.
Did you want to?
They move fast, and it takes hours and hours and hours to comb through all of this footage.
Yes, it
And oh
does.
my gosh. And Sally has developed such a keen eye that she's able to, stop it, mark it, write it down, record it,
Yeah.
and then keep going. And that's the long bus that we're talking about, that squiggly one that is
This one
symmetrical.
here. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
There was a lot happening, I think, on this night. This one is not what I wanted to show again. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not finding the things that I've written down where they're supposed to be. So I,
Are you on 627 or 727 or?
I'm supposed to be on 627 at a particular time, but there was nothing at that time on the front. So I don't know. So I switched to the back, and there's a lot
Oh, okay.
here.
Okay.
Uh,
There's a lot going on there.
it's not my bugs, not bugs. Bugs,
Mm,
not bugs they're a very specific thing to me. Uh,
mhm.
and once you see them, you can't unsee them because they tend to.
Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
Is that part of a bus, perhaps, that was up
Yeah,
close?
I think so. Sometimes the buses morph into different shapes, so they don't stay the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
they will just they'll zoom around and then Like this one is, I call this a solid bus. And you can see over there, there's something developing by the umbrella.
Oh my gosh.
And you
And
saw
it's hard to tell distance. It's hard to tell where it, I
exactly.
mean, yeah,
I've thought about, getting some of those, contractor type measuring tapes,
markers, yeah.
and that way, and kind of stringing them throughout the yard. My computer is screaming. Huh.
Wow.
I'll just let it run at quarter speed.
Yeah, yeah,
Still not
yeah.
that same thing I want to see. Uh,
It is fascinating.
okay, I'm gonna switch to a different one. Let me show you that one that you wanted to see.
Okay.
Um, getting some feedback.
Jane, the Seeker says we're having huge solar flares right now. It's amazing our computers are still working at all.
There's that. Okay, this was camera one at 7:1 at time 22:21:02 22:21. Okay, let's go there. Okay, so this is the scene again in my backyard, just a different view. So you're seeing some green here start to come in. I'm getting feedback, which is not good. Let me see if I mute myself and just let it. No, it's not that.
Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh. That was something.
You want me to move that back?
Only if you
Yeah.
Only if you think it was something. So Craig is saying, do you think that more orbs happen? Look at that. That's that beam thing you were talking about.
Yeah, I call that a warp coil, but it's
Oh, look at that.
when it's like this. I called them. When I first showed up, I called them tendrils, blue tendrils. You see that beautiful bus over here?
Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at that.
I've had such beautiful things here.
Look at that. That's different.
Yeah. This is the warp coil coming in. So for me, when I see something like this and I'm awake, I can go out and I can try to interact with it. And that's what I try to do. This one here is really beautiful. You can see. Make that a little bigger. You can see all the different colors in it.
Yes.
And all the coils.
Wow.
I don't know what it is, but I've seen it. I've seen it at times where it looks like it's at the ground, going to the ground, and then going up into the air, like, up to the tree line. I've seen it go the other direction, so that not through the picture, but backward, kind of like toward the roof line. Yeah. But you can see it kind of moves.
Uh-huh. And almost human-like kind of movements. And it almost looks like it has a head
Yeah,
and ribs.
really interesting one.
Oh, look at that. All of that light coming in.
Yeah.
And to the naked eye, you cannot see a thing. It just looks like a calm evening, right?
Correct.
Look at that. For very, very long, it's still there.
Yeah, they can stay there for quite a while.
And Craig says you don't see them more when you ask for your loved ones to come in, right? Oh,
No,
look at that.
no
Look at,
relation.
yeah. So it doesn't have any effect on when or how they come in. Look at that.
And these are all, as I'm clicking here, I'm clicking to advance 1/20th of a second. So these movements are extremely fast. You wouldn't really see it with your eye, even if you could see it. It would just be there and gone.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this one is really beautiful, I think. It's kind of like a rainbow one.
Absolutely. I love the colors.
Yeah.
I feel like it has intelligence. I think it's picking up intelligence. I think it's scanning intelligence.
Mm.
You know, I mean,
Hmm.
I'm just saying what I'm feeling, but oh, look at that. What's that?
This is one of the bug not bugs, I think. I have to wait till it shows itself.
And this camera has two lenses, but it should pick up. You can see where the umbrella stand in is. It's continuous, but
Yeah.
these light they have the ability to be on one side or the other sometimes.
Well, the way that's the software in the camera, matching the two. It's called image stitching. So it you can set the distance at which you want things to stitch together perfectly. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, when you're dealing with this, three-dimensional space here, you're never going to get that completely right. So sometimes you'll see an orb or a bus fly by the camera, and then it looks like it is jagged on the other side, like it's disjoint. Um, and that's just that the camera's stitching together. And when you see like half the side will get really dark and half won't, it's the same type of thing. This was a real display, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. So Jane wants to know if you think cats can see these. And I think that I mean, obviously they stare at something, right?
Well, Miss, you will notice sometimes Mr. Boo, when I take a camera and point it at the house, you'll notice Mr. Boo is like in the window watching over
Oh,
things. So I wouldn't be surprised if he can see things. And I've also seen him kind of chase after orbs in the house.
wow.
So I'm gonna just let it play a little bit. This is real speed, real time. And that was just a little a little bug not bug you saw running across the
It's
screen.
the vibrancy and the light and the symmetry of all of the way it's shaped is how I feel that's where the intelligent light beings are,
Yeah.
or light energies.
Yeah, I think, when some people say, well, is it I heard, it's not a bug. And when I look at these geometric shapes, they are intricate, and I don't know. I mean, there's a bug not
Oh,
bug, right? You saw the little skittering.
mm.
Me.
Oh, it was a bus. There it is.
Yeah, this little one. This is like the one, where it has those. Mickey Mouse ears or whatever. Just kind of. I don't think that one is a bug. I think I've convinced myself at this point that that one is not a bug.
No, that's definitely vibrating light energy.
Yeah. There's a lot to investigate, and yeah.
So I'm surprised we haven't seen a bug though, or wouldn't a bug show up black and
No,
only their eyes
no,
be
because
white?
no,
Yeah.
the way it works when you're close to the camera, it turns the intensity of that spotlight is such that it turns everything white.
Oh,
So
I see.
I saw one here that was really beautiful. This one here. Did you see that one up top?
Yes,
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
it was.
Some of them are they just kind of take your breath away with their beauty.
Oh, yeah, they are so fast, Sally. I cannot even imagine. Wow, look at that.
And there's like a jagged bust. So this one has these almost like little fleur-de-lis type petals.
Mm,
See, like right here, it's different. They're not all the same.
not like the spiral, like spring-like ones. It's a little bit different.
Yeah,
And you've seen these repeatedly. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. And this little one here is interesting too. See that little one?
Wow. Yeah.
I get
It's
more
like,
of a sense that he lives in this backyard than the other one. Because sometimes they'll come out of like the planter.
oh, yes.
And you see this one has some green on it too.
Oh my gosh. It's fascinating.
I'm gonna let it play a little bit. Oh yeah, that one just came up in front of the camera.
I love that you can recognize them.
Yeah. You get a little used to seeing them. Yeah, there it was again. See, he's flying
Now,
around now, right there, that little one. That's the one I think that was in toward, the pool.
I do see regular orbs as well.
Yeah, some of those may be insects. I'm not sure. There
Well,
are,
there's,
I do have some ones that are truly, like, I call them peaceful orbs because it's like they float in on a wave. It's like a wave of orbs, you see. And
oh, yes,
they,
yes, yes.
they're so peaceful and beautiful. I'm going to let this play for a minute and try and find the peaceful orb. But this one is, what we're looking for is something at 2102. So maybe I'll just advance it a little bit. Here's 2011. Okay, so the green is coming in here. Sometimes I'll have colors like this.
Wow.
Sometimes it's fun to go back and see how it started. I like the build up and to see where it goes also. Well, sometimes you can't see that, but
Uh-oh, there's something there now. That's the orb.
look at this.
That's the orb. Look at that orb, everybody. It looks like the moon is sitting right there. That was That was it. You're right. Oh my, you
Yeah,
guys got to.
I'll
You know
slow.
what it did? It psyched us out because it made us look on the left side of the camera, and on the right side of the camera, he flew in and flew out.
Yep. Again, when I review this stuff, I'm generally reviewing at 16 speed, 16 times. So it's extremely fast. So it has to be something that really grabs me.
I
Uh,
see.
Let me see if I can get back to that a little bit better. A little more. $21. Okay, we'll let it play from here. It's at 21. Okay, that would be better. It's at 2102.
On the right side,
I'm going to
and
slow it
it's a
down.
yeah, because the green orb appears on the left, but on the right side, a figure appears, or something that looks more like a figure.
Yeah.
There's the orb.
Okay, I'm gonna go on quarter speed now.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna slow it down once it gets to 21.
That orb is magnificent.
Hmm.
The perfect sphere.
Mm-hmm. Don't distract me now. Okay. It is. It gets you get transfixed looking at one thing, and then boom, it's the other thing that
Yep.
you wanted to look at is gone.
Everybody, keep your eyes on the right side of the screen. It's not that big orb. It's going to be on the right side of the screen.
So you can see here at the split. This is the camera split where the images are brought together by the
Oh,
software. So at the cameras they have a slight angle to them. So that's how you know that like this portion has more light on its side than this one does. At least that's the way I think of it. So it's hitting at a slightly different angle, the light.
mm.
But I think that there's something building. When I see this, I think, oh, there's something building in the middle.
See the watch right there, you guys.
And look at this too. This created a nice orange orb on this side with like a concentric circle type thing going on.
Look at that. Now, you guys, do you see a man standing and he's facing the where the split is? His shoulder is towards us. That's the back of his neck. We can't see the front of his face, but he's going to turn and look at the camera. Everybody, you got to look at this.
We
Get
ready?
it.
Okay, don't blink.
He turned and looked at us.
Yeah, and now?
Watch what he does. Oh my God, I've got the chills. That is a man, and I think that he was here, and then that is the way he just moves away. It's almost
Yeah,
like Aladdin's lamp, like, oh, that might be him coming back.
yeah, it could
That's his
be.
spirit.
I think, and also this is shaded with green, which is
Yeah.
really, really beautiful. You see that sometimes. I think I showed on Val's last show, the lime green orb, which was just such a brilliant, beautiful orb. I've never seen that color before. So when I see things, they're different. Things aren't always the same. I'll let this play for a minute and see if anything else is around.
So everybody's saying, wow, yes, I see the figure. Wow, that's Superman. The way Superman would fly away. Yeah, you can call him Superman.
And then
And
it goes back to the peaceful backyard.
so you're in the Nevada area, is that correct? In the desert, and
I'm in
wisdom.
I'm in
Pardon?
Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
And Wisdom Seeker Joan just wanted to know if there's any time of year where the bugs hibernate.
Yeah, I mean, there aren't that many bugs out right now. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the fall. I was thinking about that the other day. So we'll see.
That was amazing that you could see a man in that orb, in that bright light.
Yeah.
And the way that he flew away, it almost looks like how people would draw a ghost. Like it
Mm.
had like a head and then like a jagged end at the on the end side. I don't know how to describe it, but it was fascinating. And this was my wish. I asked Sally to that was the
Want to
one.
do that one again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and find Bug Not Bug.
Okay. And,
21
Sally does have,
20.
3, shows with Valerie from, Dragonfly Crystals, and I did put her link in the chat, and there's 1, 2, and 3 if y'all would like to see it, and it's really fun because Valerie cannot contain herself. She's, like, crying
Yeah,
and on the edge of her seat. She's like it's
Val and
just
I
so
are
funny.
we're a good counterpoint to each other because she can't contain herself, and I'm like, oh yeah, and there's this one. Very matter of fact, 11.
Yeah, so everybody go on over to Dragonfly Crystals and watch the original videos. They were just
Yeah,
fascinating.
the first one gives you background, and the second one and the third one are more. I think it's interesting, the background, because why would I ever start doing this?
Mhm.
21 11 20 21 11 20. Okay, 21 11. You better not. Bug Not Bug doesn't want to be seen because so far I've been completely unsuccessful, and that's just not like me. There's Bug
Oh,
Not Bug.
wow.
Okay, let me move it back a little bit. Okay, so here is Bug Not Bug. I give you Bug Not Bug. And again, sometimes I am completely convinced of its bug status, and I go
Mm.
out and I look at the camera and I don't see anything. I'm getting. Hmm.
It's coming up 2111.
Yeah.
Oh, something's moving that thing in the
Oh,
tree.
huh?
Oh my gosh.
I'll let you see how it moves a little bit and what it looks like. I can't tell you the number of times I've seen like what looks kind of like an antenna or an arm just on the camera, just hanging out.
Mhm.
Is that all there was to this one? It wasn't very dramatic. 11:20. Yeah, I guess so. Huh. Let me look real quick.
That's that does appear to be look like bug movement to me.
It does, but when you see it in another way, you'll
Right.
see it suddenly. The legs start to glow red, and the abdomen split into a hole, and it takes up all of the light on both cameras. Um, and it freaks you out a little bit because you're like, wait a minute, that was a bug. Let me see if I can find a better one. Oh, 08. Here's 8, 22, 52, 49, 22, 52, 49, 22, 52, 49, 22, 52, 42. Okay, so
That's
this,
eight. That's 8-6.
yeah, 8-6. Yep. 22, 52, 49 is where I wanted to get to on this date, 8-6. So this is taken from high above
Yeah.
on my RV. And
Oh,
you can see a different perspective on how things, you know, come about. Sometimes you'll see all of the things streaming in or streaming up from the ground. That also happens. Um, and what was it? 52, 49. I'm not picking very good ones here. 52.
no, I do remember that there was some sort of an orb coming up over the house. There
Yeah,
was like a light, another one of those like big moon type orbs
yeah.
coming up over the house.
That was like this big swoosh of something. I've had big orbs kind of hanging, appear to
Yep.
hang over the house.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's not bug, not bug. I don't know. I'm not doing too well there. I'm really striking out. Let's try this one. 06 at 6:28, camera 2. 23, 11, 18. 6:28, camera 2, 6:28 at 22. Whoops, wrong one, sorry. 23, 11, 18. Okay. Whoops. 23. 11.
Wow.
Yeah, this
Oh
is a
my
better.
gosh.
And you see that there often seems to be an association between these things, whatever these tendrils or these
Oh,
other things,
yeah.
and the bug not bug. There seems to
That
be
one
an association.
that one that just crawled looked like a bug.
I know they
This
look
one,
like it, and then
that one looks
they,
like a bug.
they look like it, and then you can see here what's happening. It takes up all of the light, and they start turning red.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not really buggy. I mean, there's something strange happening that they can take up all the light.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Uh,
And what do you call that like that cylinder on the left there?
this looks like this looks kind of like a warp coil, but also a tendril. I mean, I call them tendrils. I call them both things. Sometimes when they were on, captured up high and looking down, they look more like a spider web. And I've actually captured a spider with its web and know the difference. Uh,
Oh, okay.
this to me is kind of a warp coily type thing, some type of energy thing happening. And sometimes they will shoot orbs out. And I think there's an association between them and the bug not bug, which is kind of interesting. Because these little guys, I know they look like bugs, but
But when they morph and
it's the
yeah.
way it's, like this, right? I mean, this is not Like if it's just a bug, it's just going to be a tiny little thing on the camera that doesn't do anything. It doesn't, you can't ever find the 6 legs. It just kind of moves like skittering somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how, but
Yeah.
it does turn red, and there's like this hole in the abdomen where the
Right.
abdomen should be. And then it will also shoot off orbs sometimes. I did.
Right. It grows like a beam of light.
It's yeah. It's weird. It's a weird thing. I have a couple more that are not on the not bug side. That's this one. And then 7.3 camera one. 7.3 camera one. Camera one. 7.3 at 22:56:56. That should be easy to remember. 22.
Mm. Wisdom Seeker Joan is saying, do you know of any organizations like ghost investigators that may have captured and cataloged similar images? It would be interesting to compare.
Yeah, no, I haven't really looked into that at all. I've more just been trying to see what I have, you know.
Right.
20,
And the one where you're interacting with it was really fascinating.
22:56:56. Hang on one sec. Let me just advance a tiny bit. Yeah, my investigations.
Mm.
Okay, here's one. This is bug not bug also. And you saw that was green with a hole in the middle.
Yep.
And there's
That's
all
amazing.
all pink
Do you
around.
do you see that orb in the background too?
Yeah, yeah. And there's often things like that when these guys come around. They, I don't know. I just try to not, say it's one thing or another because I don't have definitive proof. If I have definitive proof, like if I go outside and I find, I'm going to put it at 1/4 speed.
Yeah,
So,
that's the hole in the abdomen that you're seeing.
yeah, exactly. But it's also that there are no legs. Like I've okay, that looks like there are legs there on the one
Yeah.
side, but you saw that just shot out an orb, right? Did
Oh
you see
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Let's look at that again.
Oh,
Okay, and it's strange to me that something on one side can take the light from both sides.
oh,
See what I mean? So, and this doesn't
yes.
happen. This isn't just this one time that it happens.
See how the other side of the camera is totally dark and the image took all of the light?
Sometimes
Wow.
they just sit there and suck all the light out, and it makes me think they're taking the energy.
Yes. Oh, I do see something in that sky.
Did I go too far?
I think it's done.
Uh,
We're at 22:59 right now.
yeah, I guess I didn't realize when you're on 4 times speed, it actually doesn't advance once, it advances like hugely.
Hugely.
Yeah. Okay. Let me try this one again.
Oh, we have plenty of time there, Sally, but I'm just checking in with you and how you're holding up.
Oh, I'm okay. Did you want to see something different or?
There's one where you were interacting with it on the steps of your pool. Oh my
Uh-huh.
gosh, look at that green light.
Yeah.
And there
And
was one where it looked like two eyes was floating and
that was,
it
yeah,
floated.
that was four orbs plus one on the outside.
Look
See?
at that's another man. That's an
This
oh.
is bug not bug, Gene.
Oh.
It is true, you know? It's like, okay, maybe it's
Oh.
not a bug. You know? I mean, the way it
Uh-huh.
presents is certainly unique, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't present like a little bug where it flies on something or a moth where it flits around. And the colors and the whole, I can't explain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that hole is curious for sure. And the green color.
Yeah, all of it is just a little weird. And do you see this?
Ooh. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. Look at all that energy. Wow. That's a bus. I see him going that way. Okay.
Yeah, but it came from the bug not bug.
That is so cool. It was really beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to see Sal investigates. I think 826. Do you recognize hand and orb, ray, camera,
Yeah.
video pictures,
Yeah.
communications? This was, I think the new ones are the ones you're thinking of, and that was 826. Camera, I'm not sure. I didn't write that one down. 826. Yeah, 826 at 2246. 162246. Okay, let's go around here. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, you guys.
there I am.
You have nerves of steel there, Sally. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
My heart.
when I first
Mhm.
started doing this, they would all go away when I came near, and now they're allowing me to interact more. You
Look at
saw what
that, you
happened there
guys.
when I reached out. It kind of enveloped my hand.
Mm-hmm. Now, she's looking at this on her phone. She's watching real time on
Yeah,
her phone because the app streams to her phone and inside the house. So she's watching it and trying to find out where it is, and she's moving towards it.
yeah.
And then the light being reaches out and envelops her hand there, and but I was your heart palpitating at this time? Or is it, like, really calm and serene? Like,
No, I
it
mean
would
I'm trying to interact, so I'm trying to just be, myself, not all freaked out.
wow.
And then you
And
see
look at the red. Yeah. Mhm.
on the left, I think it gives me a break. So like it'll do something like this, and then it's kind of quiet for a while, because while I recover. Because of course, once I have something like this happen, I want to stay up late to try and watch it. See this really cool bus up top too?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Isn't that a beauty?
Oh my. That streak of light.
Yeah. And it's strange because they do tend to look at this one, huh?
Oh no, it's coming right for you. Oh my gosh. And what is that beam of light?
Yeah, huh?
Oh
That's the
my
question of the
gosh.
day, isn't it? What is that? Isn't that
Wow, look
beautiful?
at that.
Yeah.
Oh my
They
gosh.
just are so beautiful to me, you know?
They are organic.
Mm.
I wonder if there's a species that we don't know about that is naked that we can't see to with our eyes. I wonder if it's part of the ecosystem here on Earth that is just not visible,
Yeah, I mean,
perhaps.
who knows? And, these people, these little creatures, whatever they are, these energy forms, or, this one just came straight down. Um, I mean, as I said, I don't know, I don't know. People have said that there's a portal or portals on my property. Maybe there are, and maybe these things have been here, as you've said, so I just try to record what I can, interact as I can. And I think eventually things will become a little bit more clear.
And does this continue? Does it move during this film here
Yeah,
over to the other side? I think.
I'll let it play a little bit. Not exactly. I think that this other thing that was
Oh,
here, it comes in, and then I go and I interact with that. So I go again.
I would be concerned that it would envelop me, you know.
Mm.
Like we
Well,
wouldn't be able to see Sally.
I've been doing this now for quite some time, and I'm not sure exactly where that thing is. It's like,
Oh, there. Okay, it moved. Okay.
yeah, it moves, um, and then it comes back. I think.
Yep. Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Oh, look at. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
and I go with the wrong hand because that's what I always do, thinking left is right.
Well, yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, you're looking in the.
And I was surprised that this one allowed me to come near because they don't usually.
Uh-huh.
But this was different.
And it's very transparent and orb-like.
Yeah, I was talking to it. They
And
also
you
they give me flashes on
look
my.
at that brightness on the inside. Oh my gosh, Sally. Oh my god.
Yeah. So I decided to sit inside.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was definitely somebody running. Oh my gosh.
So that
I
was a pretty
think
cool one.
can you slow that one down to see them sort of turn around and run? Is
Yeah.
it like just our natural instinct to try and put a human figure to a shape that we see? What is that called?
Probably. I mean, when you look at this, the thing that struck me was that it was making my hand started glowing, like all
Yep,
around my hand. There was this glow, um, which it wasn't there before. I don't know if you saw it when I first put it in.
right.
So here I am, la la la. Move along, Sal.
Oh my gosh. That definitely looks like a person. I mean, a shape, a silhouette of could be a
I mean,
person.
yeah, I mean it's something,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'll go slower here. Actually,
I
I'll let.
like the way that it's transparent. That seems to bring some validity
Yeah.
to it with me. More orb-like, I would say. And you
Well,
can see how it's transparent in the middle, and then when she puts her hand in, it sort of like brightens up. And
it's definitely, to me, it's definitely offering me to interact, or it would just go immediately.
right, right. So before it runs away, can we slow it down? I know it's
Yep.
another
Yep.
30 seconds, but it's
And there was a big bus that looked like it went into me. So there's my hand going in. I'm now frame by frame.
amazing.
At a
And
point,
it's staying so still. And
yeah,
it has like the pink and red inside.
yeah. Sometimes I will test if I'm in front or behind the orb
Oh,
by starting up close to the camera. And sometimes I found when I start doing that, it goes away. So sometimes
oh,
I omit that step because, I want to try and interact more than I want to prove where it is.
right. So
There's
watch closely. You'll see it brighten up right where her hand is.
Here, I can make it larger.
Oh, yeah. You are talking to it, I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way it's almost like when ET says, turn on the starlight or something,
Mm,
turn on a heart light. Wasn't that one
mm,
of the songs? And this is what it
yeah.
reminds me of, like that heart light just beams and uh
And
kicks in.
something just went into me, I think, from it. I don't know if you
Oh,
captured that, if you saw that bit. Let me just, I'm at, okay, I'll move it back a tiny bit. Oh, that was too much. Sorry.
see how that really, and then especially when it turns around and runs the other direction, I feel like it seems to be in the shape of uh, a being of some sort, whether it's a human being, whether it's an angelic being, whether it's, you know,
Yeah.
oh, look, is that the camera's reflection in the glass? Or is that the
Here,
actual
that little, yeah, I
yeah,
think it's the
yeah.
spotlight.
Oh, okay. So you see that it's red and pink and fiery inside.
Yeah, and the flashes of color on my phone that I get are really astounding as well.
Yep, see that beaming up? See it getting warmer and brighter?
That's when I decided I would sit in it.
Wow.
And I think a couple things escaped when I did that.
And then right around here, he turns around. Oh, that was so fast.
Yep. Sorry.
22, 48, 45, maybe. I know it's impossible. 48. And then can we go frame by frame here?
Yeah. Let me make it bigger.
Look at it. See the way it like kind of lifts up his head?
Uh,
He's getting ready to
that's
go.
in here, down at the bottom.
I don't think it's an actual spirit of a human. I think it's an energetic light being. Craig
Yeah.
is asking, who is it? And it's more of a what is it? So it's not too far after you put your glasses on your head that it turns around.
Yeah. And look at this beautiful bus up top here.
Wow.
This is one of the rods with like some feathery stuff, which is kind of,
Hmm.
they're beautiful.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. You can see how slow you're moving the frame by frame.
Yeah.
But he moves, he turns and moves so fast. It's coming up, you guys. It's probably even fast when you do it frame by frame. Yep, I remember that bus going right in front and then something.
There's always the tendency to want to.
Oh, look, something else came in, a bright flash,
I
and
think
then maybe that's
it's the same creature or whatever it is because the shape is the same. I think part of it is just leaving at this moment.
oh,
You can see like the head, if you will, and then the body,
right, right.
but it goes so fast, and then it morphs into something different and just completely encompasses me.
Oh, Sally disappeared.
Yeah.
That's what I saw it taking off. Look at that.
It looks like I'm holding it.
Oh, yeah.
My arm is here, and
Cradle.
the thing is, yeah,
Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. That's just fascinating.
yeah,
Absolutely fascinating.
yeah. So that's that.
Thank you very, very much. Let's go back
Yeah,
to our screen here, Sally. Thank you very, very much.
you're
How
welcome.
exciting was that, everybody? Thank you very much, Sally. And tell everybody, let Sally know if you liked it. And she said, I saw a nose on his face moving. Yes, a rod with rings of energy. I love being on the ground floor. This, okay. Um, I hope, okay. He oh, is Allie in the house? And Terry holding your space is here. Hi
Hey,
guys.
hi
She said,
everybody.
"Can you enlarge the far right side?" I see another one. She says, "Yeah."
Oh,
Um, I'm sorry, I didn't see the comments as we were
that's
going
okay.
on. Hmm.
There's always so much to look at in these things, if there is something that you're particularly interested in, just let me know.
Absolutely. So everybody's saying they love it. It's so cool. Thank you. Amazing. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So cool. Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. It's extremely intensive and it's extremely detailed, and you can see how this would just like fatigue you
Yeah,
very quickly. So I appreciate your energy and your expertise and sharing this information with us. It's really fascinating, and I'm telling you guys, go back to Dragonfly Crystals and watch that. She has this plus more, but that
yeah,
man, that image of that man and the that orbs that just come up, and just the buses alone, just the
yeah.
buses, those amazing formations.
I
It
think
is
too, what's interesting, at least for me, is the initial things that I saw. So I saw some things like golden rays coming down from the sky.
a
Um,
beam.
yeah, these big beams. It's like, I'm out doing something at night and suddenly this thing comes down. It's just kind of the order. I lost days of my, probably a week of my early recordings due to a hard drive failure, which I've never had a hard drive failure before, but whatever.
Wow.
But yeah, I have back from April into April on. I had a
Wow.
few weeks off in July because it was just too much. So
Yeah, absolutely. Very intense. And it's wonderful. I she has things that form in the sky, things that come down from the sky. We saw like hazy it almost looked like fog in the shape of a nocturian. It was like really there's all different kinds of things. Go
yeah,
ahead over to Dragonfly Crystals and watch her first couple of videos. It is absolutely amazing. And yeah. Oh, you're very welcome. She says, thanks to you both. You're very welcome.
yeah,
And thank you, Sally, for coming on tonight and for entertaining all of us and sharing all of your hard work and expertise.
you're
So
welcome.
I would like to bid adieu to everybody. We'll see you again soon.
Okay,
We
bye bye,
just,
everybody.
bye bye. I'm just going to set this up. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos.